keep yourselves in God's love. The command, the encouragement to keep ourselves shows us that there is effort, that we have to do something. Being a Christian isn't just about sitting back and letting God do it all. We have to put effort into our Christian life, the same as any relationship, because that's what it is. It's a relationship with God. It's a relationship with our wives, our children, at work, people we know, friends, whatever it might be, whoever they may be. The reality is we have to put something in if we want that relationship to work. And with God it's the same. Of course he keeps us, but there's also that sense in the context that we have to put something in. So it says there in Jude, keep yourselves where? In God's love. Now the word for love, God's love, is very different to the love of people. Whereas the love of people can be very shallow, certainly very inconsistent, literally here today and gone tomorrow, as many of us may have experienced in our lives. The love of God is different. The love of God is deep, it's constant, it's eternal. It will always be there. And that's the love that Jude is writing to us there, that we should keep ourselves in. Not man's love, not the love of these false teachers that he is referring to throughout the book of Jude, certainly not his own love, but God's love. That's the love that we keep ourselves in. And the thing is with God's love, it's constant, as we said. It won't silt up, it won't shallow up, it won't go dry during a time of drought. It will always be there. And keeping ourselves is an ongoing act, isn't it? It indicates to us that there's a freshness of relationship involved between us and God. It doesn't say preserve yourselves in God's love, because if something's preserved, it's dead and pickled. It tells us to keep ourselves. So there's an ongoing process of us striving towards keeping ourselves, remaining in the love of God, in God's love. It's important. That's why words, as we open up the Bible and we look at individual words, keep ourselves in God's love, not on the outside. We're not from a distance watching, but we're actually in God's love. Not the okey cokey, 1 foot in and 1 foot out, but both feet firmly in the love of God. That's the state that we actually live in. Think of the tabernacle, what the Israelites carried through the wilderness with them. On the outside, when you look from a distance, all you saw was a sea cow, a dull, unattractive covering, because that was the top cover on the tabernacle. But as you went into the construction, underneath the coverings, all you saw was gold. What a difference between that dull, unattractive cover on the outside and gold on the inside. And that's why for many years in my life, church was boring. The idea of God was just not for me, because there was nothing there that attracted me. Why? Because I was on the outside. For 21, 22 years of my life, I looked in. I looked on, should I say, not in. I looked on, and all I saw was that dull, unattractive covering. Didn't mean anything to me. But then I met with God, realised that it wasn't as I saw it, and suddenly I'm now on the inside, and rather than this sea cow, I can see gold. What a difference. And you see it differently when you're in there in the midst of relationship, as opposed to just looking on. There's no benefit on the outside, and Jude tells us there, keep yourselves in God's love. If we want the benefit, we have to get on the inside. And that's why, back to the context of the book of Jude, referring to false teaching, referring to religious people, they've got nothing to offer. Religion has nothing to offer. It's all about the head, it's all about the external, it's all about things that are on the outside. But relationship with Jesus goes deeper than that. It's not about the outside, it's not just about the head, it's about the heart, it's about the spirit, it's about the inside, changing us from the inside out to be better people. And in God's love, there are a whole load of things that we could list that keeping ourselves in God's love produces in our life. It produces security, it produces contentment, it produces joy, it produces hope. And it's not the sort of hope where we hope that it gets better. We hope it works out in the end. It's actually a guaranteed hope. It's a secure hope. All of those things come when we're on the inside, when we keep ourselves in God's love.